I came home at lunch. The house was quiet, too quiet. My keys clicked against the lock, but something in the air made my stomach tighten. I could hear the water running in the bathroom. Normal, I told myself. She's taking a bath. Maybe she's stressed. Maybe it's nothing. I pushed the door open. My steps were soft, measured. And then I saw her, my sister, floating in the bathtub like a porcelain doll, and beside her my fiancé. Time fractured. I didn't scream, I didn't move. My hand brushed the doorknob, felt the cold metal under my skin, and I realized this was not a mistake, not an accident, not something that could be explained away. I locked the door slowly, deliberately, and I pulled out my phone. "Come now," I typed to her husband. "There's something you need to see." I watched their heads turn, panic finally surfacing behind carefully constructed masks. I felt a strange calm, ice running through my veins. My mind cataloged everything, the angle of the faucet, the slight tremor in his hand, the way she avoided my eyes, every detail a thread. I was already weaving it into a noose. I went to the kitchen and poured myself a glass of water. My hands shook slightly, not from fear, something darker. Rage, disbelief, the kind of rage that stays quiet, that simmers beneath measured breathing. I replayed every moment of the last months. The whispered calls, the casual texts, the way he smiled at her in ways he never smiled at me. Did I miss the signs? I had to, I couldn't have. My mind refused to accept it, but the evidence was unmistakable. I sat at the table, opened his laptop under the pretense of checking something, observed, logged, cross-referenced. Every message they thought was private was a confession waiting to be discovered. DNA tests ordered, photographs retrieved. Quiet, controlled. I couldn't confront yet, not until I knew everything. The days passed like heavy smoke. I smiled, I nodded. I lived a life of calculated normalcy while the storm raged behind my eyes. I observed them both, nodding the micro-expressions, the accidental touches, the furtive glances. Each moment was a clue, a puzzle piece. I traced bank statements. I verified appointments. Every lie was recorded, cataloged, layered into undeniable proof. The more I saw, the colder I became. Not cold like nothing matters. Cold like a scalpel, precise, cutting away emotion until only truth remained. I found the receipts, the late-night hotels, the gifts, everything. Nothing could be denied. The truth arrived quietly in my inbox, DNA confirmation. Conclusive, unarguable. I folded the letter, my hands steady, and walked back to the bathroom. She saw me, a flash of recognition, or maybe fear, across her face. He stood there, dumbstruck, searching for a reaction I refused to give. I handed him the paper, just handed it, no words. He unfolded it, eyes widening, fingers trembling. "You," he whispered. I didn't speak. I let the silence do the work. His guilt bled through every pore. She clutched at him, tried to speak, but there were no words that could erase the evidence, the betrayal, the certainty. I watched them crumble without a sound. Then I acted, calmly, strategically. I told him to sit, sat across from him, explored the moment with nothing but my gaze. "I knew," I said finally, my voice low, detached, not angry, not trembling, just final. They wanted to beg, to explain, to manipulate. Too late. The trap was set before they even realized. The humiliation, the truth, the exposure, I orchestrated it quietly, elegantly, with no theatrics. And then I walked away, left the house, left them, left the chaos they had created. I sit now in silence. The sky outside is indifferent. The world moves as if nothing has happened. But I carry a truth they will never escape. I am not angry, not broken. I am a witness to their ruin. I closed that chapter not with tears but with clarity, with cold satisfaction, with the knowledge that betrayal, once discovered, becomes powerless. They will remember the day I came home at lunch. I will not.